That'll be just after 5:30. Maghrib today is at 26 past 5 o'clock. But for now, here is Eric Emanina with the latest news.
An informative Islamic global perspective. This is Al Ansar News.
Making news this Saturday, 1st of August, the news from Durban. Making news this hour, the 1st of August, the news from Durban, 90.4 FM, Pietermaritzburg, 105.6 FM. A man is shot multiple times at his home in Verulam, America, Monina. A man was shot dead in his home in Verulam, north of Durban, earlier today. KwaZulu-Natal police spokesperson Robert Netruanda says a case of murder is being investigated after the attack in Canelands. Police says that the man was fatally shot while he was sleeping at his home in Station Road in Canelands. The victim sustained multiple gunshot wounds. The motive behind the killing is unknown at this stage. Meanwhile, a man is appearing at the South Coast Court for allegedly killing his partner at the weekend. Police allege that the mother of his 3-year-old child was assaulted and killed during a heated argument. He handed himself over to the police in Heberden. More news. National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola says they have made more than 250 arrests following kidnapping in the last 2 years. Masemola has been given an update on police operations around the country in Captain Park today, during which he touched upon various disturbing issues such as hijacking, kidnappings, among other crimes. Masemola says the police will not relent in their efforts in combating crime.
As long as criminals shoot at us, we will always respond. Those that surrender, we will arrest them. But those that shoot at us, we will definitely make sure that we respond so that we don't lose life. The number of police that have been killed quarterly, which is over 40, that shows you how dare these criminals regard the life of our members. They don't care. They just shoot at our police members. So as long as they shoot at us, we will not surrender. We will make sure we shoot back.
More news. The fight between the ANC and the MK party is far from over. The ANC is appealing the KwaZulu-Natal High Court's ruling over the logo dispute. It wants the MK party, led by its now expelled former president Jacob Zuma, to pay cost for the usage of the logo. But the court ruled in favor of Zuma's party, dismissing the matter with cost. Dalim Pofu is the MK party's advocate. He argues on behalf of his clients.
We charged him a lot if we were to overburden any other court with this matter. We left the station and I've run out of metaphors to describe the situation that we're in. So it really would just be for pure academic purposes to say, oh, well, wouldn't it be nice if, what would happen if a political, courts are not for that. That will be left to academics. The academics will analyze the Lordship's judgment and say what they have to say, but not to waste our scarce judicial resources on.
Staying with that story, Gavin Marriott is the ANC's advocate. Is arguing the case for the ANC.
As far as we are aware, it is the first time, my lord, that our High Court has found that it does not have the jurisdiction to determine infringement in passing of case. That has never happened before, and with respect, that on that basis alone, we submit there is at least a reasonable prospect that another court may differ with.
Defense and Military Veterans Minister Anjuma Teka says she is still waiting for a full report on the alleged military training camp in Mpumalanga, 95 Libyans are currently in custody after they were found at a security-accredited training farm last week. Mocheka has been speaking on the sidelines of the ANC's NEC meeting in Boksburg.
It can be correct. That's why we're dealing with it and also understanding how it has happened. So I'm expecting a full report to say when has it been, when did it start, how did it start. We are told the center is accredited for training, so it means there's part of it which now is clear. But how 95 Libyan nationals came into our country, the police are leading, so we'll give you a full report.
Your international story: members of the United Nations Security Council have condemned Israel's assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, head of the political bureau of the Palestinian resistance movement Hamas in Tehran. The United Nations Security Council convened for an emergency session at the request of Iran hours after Haniyeh was assassinated in an attack on his residence in the Iranian capital Tehran, where he had attended the swearing-in ceremony of Iran's newly elected president Masoud Pezeshkian a day earlier. Speaking at the council, China's ambassador to the United Nations, Feng Keng, says that Beijing strongly condemns the assassination of Haniyeh. Your weather now, 23 degrees. A quick reminder of our top story. A man was shot dead in his home earlier today in Verlem. KwaZulu-Natal police says a case of murder is being investigated after the attack in Canelands. That's the news.
You're listening to the Afternoon Jam on Radio Oloncon.
And be careful on the N3 westbound after the ram from Pavilion. There's a stationary vehicle right there. Left lane is closed. Drive carefully. A crash has just come on the N2 northbound after the ram from Mdloti Road. The left lane is also closed. The N3 westbound closed after the ram to King Etrayo Road. There is a crash there. Please expect delays and drive carefully. An accident has occurred on the N2 southbound before Joiner Bridge. ASL paramedics are on scene. Traffic is very severe. Please find alternative routes if you can. Remember to keep a safe distance between each car and remember to drive alive.
Getting you through your day. Radio Al-Ansar.
लाखों तने हैं सामने बैठा हूँ मैं मायूस कुन आए ना कोई मुझे थामने अल्लाह अल्लाह तू मेरी सुन ले सदा حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير मायूब हूँ तेरा करम पर्दा रखा इज्जत भी दी बढ़ के दिया औकात से दौलत भी ताकत भी और वक्त भी कर दे खता हर माफ तू फहरिस्त इसियां को छोड़ दे अल्लाह अल्लाह तू मेरी सुन ले सदा حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل المولى ونعم النصير रंगीनियों खुद गर्जियों में है गुजारी ये उम्र है आरज़ू बस एक यही कर दूं तेरे नाम शामो सहर तस्कीने दिल हासिल करूं रुख अपनी जानिब तू मोड़ दे अल्लाह अल्लाह तू मेरी सुन ले सदा हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर लब पे रहे जिक्र दुआ और तुझसे मैं डरता रहूं करके अमल कुरान पे जन्नत की राहों पे चलता रहूं खिदमत करूं इस्लाम की पछतावे का गम तोड़ दे अल्लाह अल्लाह तू मेरी सुन ले सदा हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह व निअमल वकील हस्बुनल्लाह.
Plan your dream holiday with this specialist, World of Travel, as we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah. We also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 888877 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
The views and opinions expressed by the presenters and guests of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Come get our butcher's best for less at Checkers Foods Cowie Park. Enjoy certified halal butchery products like Steakhouse Classic Porterhouse Steak at 39 Rand per 300 grams, Steakhouse Classic Man-Size T-Bone Steak at 33 Rand per 300 grams, and Chicken Breast Fillet at 59.99 per kilo. Deals valid until Wednesday, August 21st, only at Checkers Foods Cowie Park, now certified by the NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust, across our butchery, bakery and deli.
The Afternoon Jam, brought to you by World of Travel.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome into it. Now, the 63-year-old businessman who was rescued from a kidnapping syndicate by police yesterday has been identified as Ashraf Kaka. He's the former attorney of controversial businessman Zunaid Moti. Now, the motive for his kidnapping is unknown, but a ransom of $5 million was demanded. That's about 91 million rand. But nothing was paid. Now, meanwhile, National Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Fanny Masumela said today that more than 250 kidnappers of various nationalities have been arrested in the past 2 years, and more than 20 business people have been rescued. Now, joining us this afternoon to discuss the matter further is security expert Mike Bolhuis. Welcome, good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Now, Mike, recent kidnappings are said to be focused on business owners and their families. In your opinion, why are we seeing a rise in such kidnappings?
We are seeing a rise because this crime pays. Well, as most crimes in South Africa, they do pay. Crime pays. And crime begets crime. When a crime works, other criminals will actually leave lesser money crimes for bigger money crimes. And kidnapping is a very successful crime that's being committed in South Africa. It's escalated immensely, and it will still escalate. Although there is proper authorities dealing with this, and ourselves as well, it's unfortunate that this is a crime that has actually gone sky high due to the effective way they execute it, identifying a businessman or a man or woman, mostly men, and then demanding enormous amounts of money from the family and friends and business partners. So it's because crime begets crime, and it's because the authorities and all of us, and even the public, the government, is a bit behind. They are ahead of us. We need to catch up and try and prevent this.
Now, to what extent do organized crime syndicates play a role in these kidnappings? Now, what usually is the modus operandi of these criminals?
There is possibilities that these guys are involved with gangs, with transatlantic syndicates or organizations, and or just a group on their own. We have found that in this high level, this high profile level of kidnapping, that you get different groups. You get those that just themselves, 5, 6 or 10 guys working together, and then you get those that are involved in other forms of crimes like hijacking, cash in transits, hitmen, and other serious violent and economic crimes that we see in South Africa. But it's very difficult to say because very few of them have been caught. I'm not sure, 100% sure of the numbers that were given, if that is in fact so, because we very seldom hear of the kidnappers being caught, but it could be so. And if that's the case, those are the ones that would be able to identify whether they are involved with syndicates, gangs, or organized crime gangsters operating in South Africa.
Now, we've seen reports that there's quite a number of such kidnappings in the Eastern Cape. What other areas seem to be prone to kidnappings for ransom?
Everywhere in South Africa, but usually around bigger cities like Johannesburg and Pretoria, and then Durban and the Cape Town area, the big cities, the big areas where there's a lot of businesses, where there's a lot of money around. You must understand how these kidnappers work. They identify a businessman, and once they've identified their target, they are patient. They take their time. They do an investigation. They most probably have contacts with security guards and even policemen, corrupt ones. So they identify those that they can buy in, the corrupt other parties, maybe even a guy in the bank or at the cell phone companies. And then they would draw as much information in as possible, and then they will execute this crime with superbly without leaving any evidence behind. And by then they will know how much money this family or business would have, and they would ask for an amount which they know could be paid. So if we're looking at Moti and this attorney Kaka situation is, it's a very dicey situation, but the information that these criminals have is how they get it and how they know what could be paid. And that's the guys that they would target.
Somehow it seems that they are targeting Indian Muslim businessmen. Is there any reason for this?
Yeah, it is. You are right. It's usually not directly the normal South African businessmen, but those who are from other countries doing business in our country, which is also South Africans, but they target them because they are under the impression, and they are correct, that they are much easier taken and then threatened, intimidated, and extorted. And obviously ransom monies requested from those who are involved with them. But it has escalated to all kinds of people in South Africa that has value. So the kidnappers are looking at value, and they very much infiltrate the social media, and they will see if you're a Kardashian blinging your gold and your expensive cars and your beautiful homes and everything. So I warn always that people must be extremely careful what the public out there knows of you, because that's how they pick you.
Yeah. What notable measures do you think have been taken by law enforcement to address and prevent these kidnappings, if any?
They did, and I must compliment them. We've had a very good, peaceful election period. The government, the authorities, and the public did work together properly in the coming up months of the election, at least 6 months before. And the government and the authorities made it very clear that there would be zero tolerance, and there was good infrastructure and policing in place. Monitoring the situation by military intelligence and policing intelligence, etc., and informants, which has given the government and the authorities wind, if any. People would try to influence the elections, and it didn't, and it worked. So we had a very good election period, and we have a good government in place, and we've got a good system in place now, which obviously also escalated in better policing. So I must compliment the police for their special units. There's a lot of special units now, and there's special units that specifically deals with these extreme violent crimes, of which kidnapping is one, and therefore these successes. The absolute importance of government, the authorities and public working together is the solution to preventing kidnapping. And that's the best way to do crime prevention. They must work together.
Now, Mike, as a security expert, what advice would you give business owners to protect themselves from potential kidnappings?
Well, number one, make sure that you don't show your worth. Don't brag about it. Watch out for expensive cars. Unfortunately, this is what it's come to. So park the expensive cars. Don't do any social media exposures. Try and look poor. That's as bluntly as I can put it. And secondly, make sure that you have proper safety and security experts dealing with you at your businesses and at your homes. Good security systems, and rather spend a couple of bucks and have a good bodyguard in times where you know you could be a target. Don't take the same routes. Be careful. Be positively paranoid. Be aware, and make sure that you have the least possible information on your phone, so that when the criminals do take your phone, they don't have all your information. The problem is the phone. Right. These businessmen keeps absolutely all their information on a phone: codes, passwords, family members, private photos, everything of them. So once the criminal has a gun against their head and take them away, they dissect that phone and they use all that information. And they actually is as blatant as telling the bank manager, if you don't do these transfers, we're going to kill the man. And they'll make him scream and they torture him. We have so many of these cases, and they just pay. Eventually, they negotiate an amount, and it's paid.
Mike, thank you so much for your time and for enlightening us on the situation right now. We do appreciate that, and we'll connect with you again very soon. Have yourself a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
God bless. Go well.
To you. That was Mike Bolhace, security expert, talking to us about recent kidnappings. And, it's a really sad situation, scary situation as well. Businessmen now are being kidnapped. I mean, you work hard to achieve certain things and want to buy certain possessions. And now, as Mike was saying, we need to try to look poor. Because the moment now you need to have your expensive car parked away, you see what's the point of having the expensive car if you can't use it? But the moment you start doing that now, you are becoming a target.
Exactly. It's kind of just sad to think that you work so hard, you get yourself in a good position, and starting a business as a business owner yourself, isn't a light cakewalk. And then when you finally get to the point of, I wouldn't say like wealth, but you stability, and now you have to digress. Now every single thought of yours has to be second thought. Will this attract the wrong type of people or not? It's not fair. I think it's just not fair.
Absolutely, yeah, crazy situation. But if we just have to be careful, be on the lookout, and as he said, be aware of our surroundings and what's happening.
Always.
So stick around with us here on the Afternoon Jam. Almost time for Maghrib, and it's the time for Jummah sets in after Maghrib time, and then we will carry on talking to you after that. So this is the Afternoon Jam, brought to you by Farah for Better Cooking. We're going to see if we get Dr. Jiwa in. I know he's busy with a few other patients, so we'll just have to wait and see if he does make it on time. Let's hope so. You can connect with us on 060 904 1056. That's the number. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is the hour from Al Ansar available on Saturday? What do you mean? I have no idea. Assalamu alaikum, my brilliant jam team. This long message, but at 5:26 now, time for Maghrib.
This Azan is sponsored for the Isale Sawab of Marhum Muhammad Farooq Latib and all Marhumin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them the highest abode in Jannah. Ameen.
أعزائي المستمعين، حان الآن موعد أذان المغرب لمدينة دربن وما حولها.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
This dua brought to you by Simplex Radio, South Africa's leading retailer of appliances, car sound and home theater systems.
These surahs after Azan are brought to you by Amina's Wonder Spice and Wonder Dates, 9 Peters Road, Springfield, Durban.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس
You're on the Afternoon Jam with Faheem Jamadar.
My elders would always say, our wealth will go someday. The beauty will fade away, and your words and actions will stay. So I stay, 'cause I know that he's here for me today. When I call, he is there for me every night and day. Ya Ilahi, please help me. Ya Ilahi, please guide me. Ya Ilahi, please help me. Ya Ilahi, please guide me. I'm running 1,000 miles just to get away from me. Can you cleanse my soul? Can you make me whole? Better me, my king, better me. So I stay, 'cause I know that he's here for me today. When I call, he is there for me every night and day.
Let's make a call.
Ya Ilahi, please help me. Ya Ilahi, please guide me. Ya Ilahi, please help me. Ya Ilahi, please guide me. Ya Ilahi, please help me. Ya Ilahi, please guide me. Ya Ilahi, please help me. Ya Ilahi, please guide me. Can we strive to beautify our soul? Allah, can you help me achieve my goal? Ya Allah, please save me.
It's the Afternoon Jam, Radio Ansar. We're trying to get somebody on the line right now. Welcome into, just joined us. So, what does this message say? Inshallah, my wife will come in tomorrow to see. Okay. We don't know who this is, but sending a message that's cool. Let us know. Hopefully, it all works well. Are we getting the call? Almost there. Okay, let's see. Who are we calling? Could be you. Let's get that sorted out right now. It's 5:34. That's the time. Connect with us on 060-904-1056. There's some breaking news as well. What do you say with the breaking news? Okay, yes, yeah. Good news, actually. Through lots of hard work and efforts by Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman of Gift of the Givers, 27 medical students in their 6th year of studies from Gaza have been successfully and safely landed in Cape Town to pursue their studies at the University of Cape Town. Now, they'll be completing their final year of studies here at the UCT. And these medical students, accompanied by Mrs. Zora Suleiman, will be attending Jummah at Masjid al-Quds tomorrow. Inshallah, your du'as for their success in Cape Town will be greatly appreciated. That's great stuff. Excellent to know that they'll be pretty cool. They'll be, studying the final year in Cape Town. All righty. Okay. This call is waiting. This person is on another line.
This is the answering service.
I know it's gone. It's forwarded. Great stuff. We'll try again.
At Amina's Wonder Spice, we know that many of you already enjoy the pleasure of cooking with our 100% pure ginger and garlic. Our unique masala paste have created a new dimension and variety to your dishes. For all these reasons and more, we've called it a Wonder Spice. Amina's Wonder Spice, creating a unique taste in a paste. Available throughout South Africa, neighboring countries, and also in the UK. Contact us on 031 577 5023 or www.aminaspice.co.za.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031-306-4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickville Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
Having a clean, comfortable home is every homeowner's pride. That's why Khan's Chemicals have developed and manufactured prime yet affordable quality household brands. Starlight, Miracle Mum, Exterminate, and Angie to care for your home and family. With a wide range of fabric softeners, dishwashing liquids, bleachers, and all-purpose cleaners, pine gels, bubble baths, and much more, Khan's Chemicals ensures your home remains our number one priority. For sales and other inquiries, call 011-933-4021. Khan's Chemicals, cleaning your home the way you want.
Plan your dream holiday with the specialist, World of Travel, as we pride ourselves in offering you the best in Hajj and Umrah. We also offer travel packages to the Middle East, Far East, and many more exotic destinations. Call our professional travel consultants now on 031 20 888 or view our website www.worldoftravel.co.za. Visit us at 44 Crescent Street as memorable journeys begin with World of Travel by Irshad Malik.
Keeping our families healthy this winter can seem like a daunting task. Why not ask your pharmacist about the Lung Shield range? The Lung Shield range includes capsules that provide support for lung conditions, a syrup for your kids that boosts the immune system and promotes healthy lungs, and a one-of-a-kind effervescent that contains 13 essential ingredients to optimize immune function. Make your family's health your top priority this winter with the Lung Shield range, available from all leading pharmacies. Lung Shield, prescribed by doctors, recommended by pharmacists.
Attention Westville, get ready for our brand new Sunday market at the Village Market Mall. Join us at 123 Jan Hofmeer Road on the 4th of August for a day filled with breakfast, brunch, lunch, or an early dinner. Enjoy horseback riding, kids entertainment, and fantastic shopping for everyone. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., we've got your perfect Sunday planned. Visit the Sunday Village Market at 123 Jan Hofmeer Road, Westville, right across from Westville Boys High and next to the Sufi Masjid. Mark your calendars for the 4th of August. See you there.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies. I'm Salma Kazi Wahab from the Sunday Lounge. Come and join me at our annual Women's Day event at 189 West Road on the 24th of August from 10 a.m. I can't wait to see you there.
This person is refusing to pick up the phone. It's waiting. The call is waiting. Okay, well, she's not there for now. We'll try again. It's the afternoon jam, Radio Al Ansar, 90.4 FM Durban, 105.6 PM Ashburg. Now, there was a conversation between a husband and wife, and the wife was like, telling the husband that, he eats so much and, doesn't gain weight at the rate that she does. And then she says, also, she'd love to pay $50 for a haircut. But unfortunately, not the case with that. I was speaking to somebody today, and this person's, to do their hair, they pay 1,700 rand. It's a female, obviously, okay? Now I'm thinking like $1,700. I'm like, sure. Okay, you can get a haircut done somewhere around overboard $50-$60.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what are the things that you wish you could do that the other gender can do? I don't wish anything. For example, like most guys always say, they love to be able to multitask like women can do, but we can multitask as well.
I can multitask quite easy.
Yeah, we talk and we control and and messaging.
Actually, you're very good at multitasking.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're very good at this. I don't know where that came from.
So doing lots of things. So it's not only women who can multitask. We guys as well can multitask. But what else what do you think you could do, you wish you could do, that a female does, which is very good at?
I would say comfort small children.
Play with baby children.
Whoa, no.
Oh, okay.
Just
okay.
It's just that I've noticed that kids gravitate more easily to women.
Yeah, I guess it's the motherly instinct.
Yeah, but other than that, especially I grew up with 6 sisters. There's nothing that they do that I can't do, and there's nothing that. Well, there are some things that I do that they can't do.
Right. Okay.
But no, I haven't felt envious of anything. What about you?
I can't think of anything. Because I can't think of anything, that you'd say, okay, a female can do this better, so I wish I could do it like that. But I think that there's certain chores and tasks that females would do and certain things males would do.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you see things differently. Like one of the days I saw a lady taxi driver. And she was driving in like a Kumbi taxi.
That is a rare find.
And I just gave her a thumbs up and she was smiling. But you hardly ever see a lady driving a taxi. I would have liked to have spoken to her and like, what made you do this? How did you decide I'm going to be a taxi driver? So Assalamu alaikum, my brilliant Jam team. Shukran for the incredible show. Ted went solo for a while. Yeah, alhamdulillah. To brother Yusuf Patel, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala relieve your pain and reward you with endless shifa kamila. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. After all, Allah is the best of planners. Don't give up seconds before the miracle can happen, inshallah. That's from Sadia. Thank you very much, Sadia, for your message. And this one says, how are you all, Faheem? All well, Jazakallah, Rihanna Said in Peter Marisburg. Okay, but what we're talking about now is, what do you wish? Like, you haven't seen a female taxi driver in a long time.
I think I've seen 2 in my entire life.
What else? Like certain tasks, like driving a truck. It's more you'd see men doing that. You don't see a woman being, a long distance truck driver.
Yeah, it's not common, but I have seen it.
Right.
So again, I don't think it's something that we need to completely switch for them to understand it. My sisters always tell me though that if they had the strength that I have, then they would never need a man in their life ever again.
No.
I know, right? I told them that's not true. That can't be possible.
So you see, if they had your strength, they wouldn't need a man.
Yeah, they say that.
What do you do?
I mean, I just say you can get the strength. You just need to go to the gym with me. It's that simple.
Pretty simple. Yeah, we have Dr. Jiwa with us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Doc, it seems like you came running here.
To avoid the traffic.
To avoid the traffic, you said, hey, it'll be quicker to run here than drive
Give
here.
them a quick traffic update.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
In fact, what I noticed, the usual traffic jam that's caused by 45th cutting because of that construction.
Yes.
So because of the traffic jam, it's caused traffic right till Cinnamites.
Whoa.
So that means right down from 45th cutting. When before you get to 45th cutting on either side, it's completely full. And because of the traffic jam, it goes down opposite Masjid al-Salin, the road that goes up right up to Cinnamites. It's jam-packed.
It feels like just driving on the road is asking to be in the traffic jam.
I guess you just have to be patient at this time.
Yeah, at this point you can't. There's no alternative routes. You just need to be patient and calm.
Because it's crazy all over. Durban, especially the Overport area, seems to be very, very jam-packed.
I just hope these constructions don't last that long.
Let's hope so.
In fact, I got very happy earlier on a driving, and you mentioned that breaking news and something good news. I thought maybe you mentioned because I'm coming to the station. I got happy.
Yeah. My mouth still feels like a 4x4 tire, by the way, Doc.
But you seem to be talking much better.
Sounding better. Yeah, you see,
you're not slurring anything.
Yeah, nothing at all. Not now.
You see, it's Doc's handiwork, on my mouth. And you see.
And ask him what a big needle I gave.
Hey,
the biggest one I could find.
Imagine. No, seriously.
And he's still talking.
Seriously, Doc looks for the biggest needle and he pushed the one deep inside.
I think that's a sign of, he thinks that you're a strong man.
Oh, okay.
You see?
You're being very positive.
And I only showed it to him after I gave it to him.
Can't show him before, otherwise he'd leave.
Like, no, Doc, please don't give me. Don't poke me. Don't poke me.
He'd stand up and say, actually, I think I'm good for today. I think I'm good.
I got something very interesting to talk about today.
Yeah.
4 rare teeth conditions that parents should know about. Interesting. I mean, these are teeth that are developing, and when you see a tooth that's a different shape, you get worried. So now as your kids develop, you will see that some issues can arise that might need some professional help or professional treatment, including teeth problems. And these 4 that we're speaking about are basically very rare.
Right.
And they can be treated by a dental professional. So what are these so-called rare conditions? One is known as anodontia or hypodontia.
Okay.
So anodontia or hypodontia means it's a rare genetic tooth disorder in which some or all teeth never form.
Okay.
Although it can affect baby teeth, more common with permanent teeth. So if a patient has complete anodontia, none of the adult teeth will form. However, dentists more frequently see cases of partial anodontia, means just one or two teeth missing, but some teeth have formed. So if 6 or more teeth are missing, then it's referred to as oligodontia. Hypodontia refers to when between 1 or 5 teeth don't develop. So anodontia, oligodontia, hypodontia are all genetic disorders, so they cannot be reversed or cured. So your child dentist may recommend implants or dentures. It's important to seek treatment early for a child's oral health, ability to eat, speak, and breathe, jaw, and facial fracture. So if you have some teeth missing, then don't get worried, because it can happen.
Right, yeah.
We do see, we're not really common, but we do see it, and people do get worried. Sometimes some very rare incidents, I've actually seen that the teeth alternate. So that means where the canine is supposed to be and the lateral incisor, and you get a central incisor. Sometimes you'll get the central incisor, you'll get the canine, and then you'll get a lateral incisor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you see some guys, you will see them from a central incisor to a canine, and you'll wonder where the lateral incisor is gone.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's disappeared. So that's called anodontia when it's missing.
so like
doesn't develop at all in your mouth.
So then how do you
formed in your mouth at all?
So what do you do then? You have to go to a dentist and get it
Yeah, then
crowned.
you can do crown, you can do implants, you can do crown and bridges for those dummy teeth. You can, with cosmetic dentistry, you can make it look very, very nice. Then I don't know if you've seen people with something called a talon cusp.
No.
Talon cusp.
No.
Okay, so this refers to a conical-like growth that develops at the back of one of the teeth. Talon cusp can cause oral health problems such as malocclusion or bad bite, crowding of the mouth, irritation of the gums, cheeks, and tongues, and accumulation of plaque. So the cusp itself may or may not contain a tooth pulp, so dentists have to treat them carefully. The most common treatment is to grind the cusp down, and if they contain a pulp, then we can do a root canal treatment. So what's a talon cusp? You'll see sometime by the eye tooth or by the side, you'll see like a sharp conical tooth. Doesn't look like a normal tooth, but looks similar like a canine, but a smaller version of it.
Oh yes, I've seen those.
Yeah, you know when you see, is it some animals that you see with those type of cusps? So it's a conical tooth. That's known as a talon cusp. So that can actually be converted into a crown.
Oh.
We can trim it down and put a cap over it. And as I say, that sometimes those tooth do have nerves and sometimes they don't have nerves.
So it can be painful.
So if they have nerves, then you can take the nerve out and do a root canal treatment and then build a crown over it, and the tooth will look like a normal tooth.
Oh, good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Then you get germinated teeth. Tooth germination is when two teeth develop from a single bud. Yeah. Causing an extra large or disfigured tooth when two chambers of the tooth pulp, but only one root. And this can cause a misaligned bite, tooth decay in the area where the two chambers are joined or crowding in the mouth. So if the tooth isn't too wide, most dental professionals would recommend leaving it alone or to see if it sheds on its own. If it causes a problem for the nearby teeth, then they can basically do some treatment. So what happens with these type of teeth? You'll notice that it's a normal tooth with a normal shape and a normal cusp and everything. And then you get an extra cusp attached to that. So an extra growth. Right, but it's on a cusp, which is the bulbous area of the tooth, and it is attached to that same. So it's combined to one root. It doesn't have its own. So this is an extra piece of tooth that's in the mouth.
So
Be uncomfortable.
So what you do with that extra piece? You just like take it out.
Well, again, no. It's attached to the tooth. It's stuck. It's part of the tooth. So you can shape it and trim it a little bit if it's giving you a problem. Again, you can crown the teeth. But I mean, if it's not giving you any problem, you can leave it. It's fine because your mouth adjusts according to the bite and things like that.
All right.
So it's not necessary to do anything. Supernumerary teeth or hypodontia. Now, as we said that we spoke about having less teeth.
Yes.
Now this is when you have too many teeth.
I've seen people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the extra teeth are most likely to be found on the top jaw. Most cases it involves one extra tooth. Often extra teeth don't actually erupt, but develop in a gum, which can delay the appearance of the other teeth and cause a lot of overcrowding and crooked eruption. So here again, we will take the extra teeth if it's out of the occlusion or if it's in this way, we'll take the tooth out because it's extra, it's serving no purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Many of the oral health conditions can be treated, and your child's dental professionals are well trained to handle your child's oral health. So when these conditions can't be predicted, but they can be treated promptly to ensure that your child is happy and healthy. So as always, ensure your child brushes their teeth with fluoride toothpaste to prevent tooth decay and other preventable tooth problems. Interesting.
Very
interesting. Doc, how long should you use a toothbrush for? How often should you replace your toothbrush?
It depends how often you're using it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay, say you're using it once a day or twice a day.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just check the brushes.
Mm.
If the brushes are flaring out,
Right.
and the brushes are no more straight as when you first used it,
Yeah.
then it defeats the purpose of using it because that brush is not making contact on your teeth.
Yes.
So that's when you change your brush.
Uh-huh.
When the bristles all flaring in different directions.
So I guess it depends on the person, how often they're using it and how hard they're brushing.
Yeah, well, that again, we keep on emphasizing, do not brush hard. Because by brushing hard, you're causing more harm. You're wearing away the enamel, there's a recession of the gums, then you're getting a lot of sensitivity. It's the technique that counts. It's not how hard you brush. That's why battery-operated toothbrushes are much more popular now, because they brush the direction you want it to brush, as long as you don't apply pressure. Because people think, I use a hard brush, I'm going to brush hard, I'm going to get my teeth nice and clean, but you're causing more harm than good.
Yeah.
When you talk about technique that matters, what's the technique?
Well, there's only one popular technique. In those old days, those techniques used to be the scrubbing technique.
Yes.
When you move back and front.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that has changed many years ago. So now they're saying that you have to hold the bristles at an angle of 45 degrees towards your teeth.
Okay.
So if you're using your lower teeth, then it's a 45 degrees towards the gums, and you move in a circular motion. That's about it. You just move in a circular motion. A brush will cover an average of 2 teeth at a time, and you brush in a circular motion.
Okay.
But the trick is for us to watch how we brush in, because let's be honest, I don't think any one of us watch when we brush. Do you watch?
No.
You don't? So how do you know that you're brushing well? Unless you look and you are moving in a circular motion and you're brushing all your teeth. Because when you're not aware and you're not conscious of you brushing, but you're brushing unconsciously, you don't know which teeth you brush well and which teeth you don't brush well.
Makes sense, actually.
Doc, I got a question here from Mahmoud. He says, how much is the complete bottom set of implants?
Implants, on average today, is about 20,000 Rand per tooth. That's an implant. An average price for an implant is 20,000 Rand per tooth.
Per tooth?
Per tooth, yes.
Sure.
Yeah, because it's a implant that's put into the bone, and then the crown of the tooth is placed on top. So you basically, to look at a full set, I think you can comfortably.
No, he's a bottom set.
Bottom set.
Yeah.
So you look at an average of 1 to 6, that's 12 times 20 grams. If he needs a holiday, then he can go to India or Turkey, and they do dental tourism, where I think for a certain amount of money, they put you in a 5-star hotel, give you a nice holiday, take you on tours, and also sort your whole mouth out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, India and Turkey do
India
that.
and Turkey does it. Yeah.
So you suggest don't do it here in
It's
South
called
Africa.
dental tourism.
How have I not heard of it?
Go on a holiday and get your teeth
It's
done.
good. You come down on Facebook, they advertise. If you Google it, you'll see there's companies advertising. People do go.
So I'll go on a vacation and come back refreshed and with a better smile?
Yeah.
Sounds
yeah,
great.
Yeah, but obviously it costs a lot.
Oh,
But it's cheaper than
It's cheaper than South Africa, because you're saying 12 times 20, there's going to be 240 grand to do just your bottom set of teeth.
Yeah. And I think there you might get away with an average of $10,000, maybe about
180,000 rand. Yeah.
Wow, that's much better.
Yeah. I think India might be a little cheaper as well. Hey. So you get your teeth done, but also you get a holiday as well. So it's double benefit as opposed to just doing your teeth here at a dentist locally.
Yeah, every time you leave the dentist, your mouth is a bit sore. You leave the dentist there, you go back to holiday. It's great.
But see, the risk about going to those places, and that's my concern, is what if you have problems?
Oh,
Are you going to run to Turkey? Because you're going to come here, then our local dentist, obviously, he's going to have to redo things. Whereas, if you come to most of the dentists and you do a big job, we give you some form of guarantee for a period of time. We will give you some form of assurance in some way. But if you're doing it abroad and you're doing it overseas, I mean, I've seen a lot of good job. In fact, I just saw a patient early on, and she had all white teeth, completely full set white, the Hollywood white.
Oh.
When I had a look, I see she had all crowns in the back, all crowns, all her back teeth, and in the front they put veneers. And it looked lovely.
Okay.
It looked beautiful. And I asked her where she did it. She said she did it in India.
So what's the difference with a crown and a veneer?
All right, the difference between a crown and a veneer, the crown basically covers the whole tooth. And a veneer will basically just cover the outside version of the tooth. You know, like how you get these clip-on fingernails?
Yes.
Yeah. So a veneer looks like a clip-on fingernails, which is stuck on the outside version of the tooth. And only we trim the outside version. The version that you can see, but not the whole tooth is trimmed. But with a crown, the whole tooth is trimmed and the porcelain is placed over it.
So a veneer is cheaper than a crown?
No, they're more or less the same price.
Okay.
So that's why we normally recommend crowns, because veneers have a tendency to come out, and it depends on the dentist's experience and the way they bond the veneer onto it plays a very important role. But it's a technique-orientated stuff.
Perfect.
Right.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Doc, for coming in today. Inshallah, we will talk to you again next week, same time, same place here on the Afternoon Jam.
Inshallah. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's the show for today. We shall do it again tomorrow between 4:30 and 6 o'clock. Remember, the time for Jummah is set in already, so 100 durood if you can do tonight or tomorrow throughout the day. But before Maghrib tomorrow, 100 Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. If you find it too long, just sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the shortest form of durood, 100 times. It's as simple as that.
I think very quickly Mahmoud sent another message.
Yes. What does he say? He said, why can't you put a full bottom denture with 4 implant screws?
All right, so that lucky reminded me of that. That's what they normally do with full mouth. In full mouth, instead of doing all implants, 12 implants, so what they do is they will put 4 implants, 2 on either side.
Right.
And then the false teeth and the denture gets clipped on or attached to the implants.
Okay, so that'll be much cheaper then.
Much cheaper. Yeah,
Okay.
much cheaper. You can get away with about 80K
Okay.
for that job, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Jazakallah. If you would like to do that, Mahmoud, you can contact Dr. Chua at Westwood Dental. It's at Westwood Mall. Have yourself a great one. We talk to you tomorrow. From me, Faheem, and the team, we say no to drugs, respect your parents, and be the best you can be. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The Duai Shifa is brought to you by Africa Muslims Agency. Sponsor a water well or masjid as a means of Shifa. Visit africamuslimsagency.co.za to find out more.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم